Caitlin Clark is not overhyped. Let me state the obvious. She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history in women's basketball. How can you overhype that? Nobody's ever done that before in all these years. All these people that are called the GOAT and people are saying are better than her, none of them did that. They all passed through. They all had their opportunity. Nobody did it. Caitlin Clark leads the nation in assists. None of these GOATs, none of these people who scored a bunch of points or whatever, that had all this athleticism and did all these wonderful things that people talk about, none of them led the nation in assists and were the leading scorers at the same time. This is something that's never been done in the history of basketball. Never, ever. She is alone in this, so how can she not be a GOAT? If she's the only one that's ever done it, and all these other people played in the same forum, they all had their opportunity to shine like this, and none of them did it. Caitlin Clark is the point guard on the highest scoring team in the country. She's without a doubt, when you think about it, the greatest point guard in the history of college basketball. Nobody's ever done this. She can set her people up to score, or she can score, and she is the highest scorer, and she is the highest in assists in all of women's college basketball, and nobody else but her has ever done it. And let me put a cherry on top of this argument. South Carolina in the last 2 years has gone 72-1. They won 72 games out of 73. And who was the only team they lost to? The Caitlin Clark-led Iowa team, Hawkeyes. That's the only team they lost to in 2 years of playing basketball. So let's look at this whole thing all together. She's the leading scorer all time in NCAA history. She leads the nation in assists at the same time. She's the point guard on the highest scoring team, and she led the only team to beat South Carolina in the last 2 years. So when people say she's overhyped, there's no way she is, because there's no way to overhype somebody who's done this kind of thing. There's absolutely no way.